Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, go to BREELnetwork.com. Enjoy the show.
Fatality.
Hello and welcome to Movie Guys Podcast, and today we are talking about Doctor Strange. I am Jordan, along here with Eric and Ed, and we are not going to be talking about the election, so don't worry. We're going to talk about the movie, but how are you guys doing tonight?
All right. So, you're pretty quiet.
I'm going to make podcasting great again.
If I could just physically punch you through the...
I think the majority of people right now are just like we're doing right now. It's just like, okay, let's just keep doing the same thing as we were doing before. Let's just kind of act like nothing happened and let's just keep on going. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to talk about Doctor Strange and some Marvel shit. So
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Like, you know, every time I see blood in my stool, just forget about it.
That's pretty American of you.
While I eat a cheeseburger. So, Doctor Strange, fellas, I don't know about you, but I'm not. This is a first for me. I may not be talking a lot in this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a first for you.
No, it is a first for me. I've said this before in other reviews that we've done, but if it really wasn't for Movie Guys Podcast, I would have not seen this movie in theaters. I had no interest at all. I didn't care.
You didn't
really?
Okay, I mean, and that's fair. To be honest with you, that's fair because Doctor Strange is kind of unique. He's not as mainstream, I guess, as the others, as anything else in the Marvel universe. What the hell's going? Sorry, everyone. I'm over at a house right now, and I guess they felt the need to run a race upstairs. But
oh, that's funny.
Either way, the Doctor, as I'm getting back on point here, back onto it, where Doctor Strange is not the mainstream, but there still is an older character. There's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of it's very magic stuff. So, you know, whereas you have some of the excuses where it's just like, okay, well, genetics or accident or super suit or whatever the hell, a god, I guess. This one's just like, magic. We're doing magic. So, yeah.
So, I have a question for you then. Is Doctor Strange... I know he's probably not a part of the original Avengers, but was Doctor Strange a part of the Avengers at all in the comics?
Yeah, for definitely.
Yeah.
He was. Okay. So then making a Doctor Strange movie and him probably going into Infinity War makes total sense then, I'm assuming, right?
Well, yeah, and it's like we talked about previously, in all these movies that are coming out and have come out, they're all coming to a funnel to the Infinity Wars. You know, they all have a part, and I can't remember the guy's name. I've been talking about it now for like a couple weeks. I can't remember the guy's name, but
who played Doctor Strange?
No. Well, Doctor Strange, the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, they all have a hand in helping win the war against. And there's this one guy, I can't remember his name. Thanos. Yeah, that's it. That's why they've made these movies.
Sure. Yeah, because
I just didn't know
the stones. They go into the Infinity Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, a second reason why I had no interest in seeing this movie is because of Rachel McAdams. With her, I have divorced her. Sorry, Rachel. I have moved on to bigger and better things. You were my girl. You were my girl for Notebook, and I watched a lot of shitty movies because you were in them. Time Traveler's Wife.
Did you just say this movie wasn't appealing to you because of Rachel McAdams, because of how much you loved her in The Notebook?
Yeah, so like what I'm trying to say is that when The Notebook came out, I was dating a girl at the time, and I went to go see it with her in theaters, and I was like, oh god, here we go, another stupid chick flick. And I actually ended up liking it because I thought it was something completely different than your normal chick flick. I actually thought the movie had some weight on it.
Sure.
And I would argue because Ryan Gosling is a pretty good actor, and he impressed the hell out of me. So anyway, long story short, Notebook, I became a Rachel McAdams fan. Loved her, had a crush on her. I have
posters on your wall.
Oh god, yeah. I met her twice. I have 2 autographs actually up there on my mantle thing. where my balls are at.
I'm about to say, it's
And
just like, even with that, I don't know how far you are joking and how far you're serious.
yeah, no, I'm 100% serious. I will.
Oh,
One
he's,
second here.
Oh,
he's,
here
he's
we
got,
go.
he's
He's
got
going
proof.
Good thing we're not a visual podcast. Oh my God, you actually have a signed
Oh, wow.
autograph of her in the Notebook.
That's, oh my God. Okay.
Wow. Okay then.
Framed and
So,
everything.
yeah. So I was a big Rachel McAdams fan. Like I said, I met her a few times, just at different conventions and whatnot. And I
You went
wasn't
to
like,
conventions
Notebook
for Rachel
conventions.
McAdams.
of course, man, of course, because if I'm a bird, she's a bird. But this is going
And
on
we've
long
reached that point, folks.
But so she's the reason why I did not want to see this movie, because over the years, I just kind of just fell out of love with her. I divorced her last 2 years ago because I saw my new love, Margot Robbie. So I'm like, Rachel, you're old news. I haven't seen you naked, Rachel. I seen full bush on Margot. I'm good.
There you
She
go.
has played Harley Quinn, a role you'll never do. So that's actually for me. I know I'm crazy. That's a legitimate
Yeah,
reason why I didn't want to see this movie, because I was like, oh, fuck you,
You
Rachel.
definitely just got us flagged by the NSA, by the way. For a potential stalking victim.
How am
Yeah.
I a stalking victim when I was like, hi, how you walk up to her and she's sitting at a booth and you give her like $40. And I'm like, hi.
Give her
And I was like,
40
here's a
bucks
picture
for
of
that?
you.
God damn, like some celebrities when they do that, just like, okay, yeah, you can come up, you can talk to me with money,
Yeah, that's exactly
I guess if I had the ability to do that, I'd do that too.
I don't
so I
know.
didn't even
It
see my name.
depends.
But yeah, no, honestly, guys, on all seriousness, I had no interest in seeing this movie, but I did see it in 3D because I was told that's what you had to see it in. And God, I had to take off my glasses a few times, my 3D glasses, because I got nauseous as fuck. Did you guys see this in 3D?
I did not. No. I saw it in 2D with my dad because my dad's old and can't handle 3D.
Yeah,
Eric, you see it in 2D?
Melissa's not a fan of 3D, so I had seen it in 2D because she's not a fan of 3D, and it's not for like I mean, I would definitely have gone to see it in 3D. There's a lot of visuals, like a lot of really cool
Yeah.
visuals too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much the difference between this movie and Ant-Man, were the visuals. Everything else was the same. The plane of story and acting and everything else from here to Ant-Man was the exact same. The difference again was the visuals. That is it. But
So Eric, what would you
Really?
change? It doesn't sound like you really like the movie.
well, here's the thing: is that like it's kind of I didn't care about Doctor Strange too much,
For the movie, like
No,
because
no,
of
no, no.
or like you didn't care about him in the movie.
The character. I didn't care about too much about him. Like it almost felt like they were just kind of going right into it. You know, here's the hotshot doctor. Here's the accident. We tried to blah blah blah, and it's just going right in to meeting the Ancient One and learning about all the multiverse powers and shit like that too. Just going right into it, and then immediately they're right into the threat type thing. So I'm not saying it was a pacing issue, but
Gotcha.
I'm saying that we didn't have enough time to really have Doctor Strange kind of develop a little bit more as a character. I still felt that he was arrogant throughout the entire movie, and the entire time there's like, no, you have to let yourself go. You can't be arrogant. You can't be this person who you were. And he's like, I'm not. And they're like, oh, all right, well, I guess that's good enough.
Did anyone else notice, by the way, well, first of all, it's a giant PSA for don't text and drive
Yeah.
because he's, but the name on the X-ray he was looking at was none other than Carol Danvers. Carol
Don't know who
Danvers,
that is.
Captain Marvel.
Boop, 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 played by
On the what?
Brie Larson.
Mm-hmm.
On the what?
The upcoming Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I know that, but he was saying something about Don't Text and Drive. Where was this at in the movie about Captain Marvel?
Well, no. What I'm saying is that
Oh, it's a PSA.
it was like it was a PSA. I was making a
Hey,
sort of
okay.
making a sort of light. Don't text and drive or look at X-rays.
Oh, but on that note, because I stayed for the scenes
Oh, at
after,
the very end, yeah.
they actually the final
So please
credit
tell me.
rolling up was, and intermittently throughout the credits they had "Please don't text and drive, drive safe, other lives matter" or something like that too, and
Mhm.
yeah, and so they actually
Yeah.
had a thing about in credits too. So yeah, I guess you could say it was a PSA.
Mhm.
Well, because if you
And
text and
then
drive, you
yeah,
will lose your hands and you'll no longer be able to perform surgery.
That's not true. I
especially if you
did
text
it.
and drive your Lamborghini.
I
Just
did it
saying.
recently, and I only just hit the guy in front of me.
You
That's
weren't
true.
driving a Lamborghini. That's the thing. You have to drive a Lamborghini.
No, I was driving a Subaru. I wasn't in the mountains, winding roads, or anything like that. I was at a stoplight from a
I
Lions
drive a
game,
Dodge Stratus.
and the guy in front just, yeah. They drove off. They were drunk, so they didn't want to stay for the place, so they just drove off. But
Hey, hey, hey! I
I
drive a Subaru. All
but
right.
I was like, all right, well, whatever. I drive
Fuck
America's
it, right?
most popular car for lesbian women over 40, apparently.
It is exactly that.
That's
Do you have a Forester? Is that what it is?
no, it's
Nice.
an Impreza. But I swear, if I
Yeah.
had a Forester, I'd have to like get like the Jamie Lee Curtis cut. You know what I mean?
You would.
Nice. Nice. Jamie Lee Curtis, definitely from H2O cut. That would be amazing. So, I have a gripe about this. It seemed like to me, now, correct me if you guys saw it differently, but it seemed like to me he was too super depressed about losing his hands. Like, okay, I've never lost my hands, as you can tell, but my question is, why couldn't he try to lost my hands? I can't do surgery anymore. So how about I teach? I do a Skype class, or how about I do that? I mean, like, because it seems like his whole existence is I need my hands, and I was like,
Well,
really?
that's the thing. Like, that's what made him be better than everybody. Like he, at the very beginning of the movie, he goes into somebody else's surgery room, another doctor's
Yeah.
operation, and says, "I'm doing this. You know, the reason you missed the fact that this guy is going to die is because I'm better than you, and I'm going to do it." And then he does prove that he's better because he goes in and gets that little bullet out of there.
Yeah.
But that's not with his hands; it's with his mind that he knows what to do. So
But
if he has this
but
knowledge,
no,
why
he's
does
got to
no,
use
no,
his
no.
delicate hands.
Yeah, they made motion of that. Your girl Rich McAdams was just all like, "Oh wait, don't you want to wait for?" And he's like, "No, I got it." And she's like, "But yo, that'll be
Okay.
freehand." And he's like, don't. Yeah, I got it. Not for me or something like that." And he did it freehand. He did a very technical procedure with
Yeah.
nerves and brain tissue and spinal fluid everywhere, and he did it with just a steady hand. So that was the highlight of the part to make you be like, oh, this guy's a hotshot doctor, which is why I don't give a shit. Later on when he gets into an accident, it's just like, okay, well, you're just an arrogant hotshot doctor. But again, that's kind of what he is. So
Yeah.
that's fine. It. The reason why, again, in the pacing, it's because I don't feel like for him, I don't feel like the lesson was learned at all.
Well, good
Well,
point.
and
Yeah,
that's true
very
too.
good point.
They kept trying to teach it throughout the movie, and he's like, I still don't give a fuck. I still don't care. I'm still better than you.
Yeah, they didn't humanize him as well as maybe they did with the other superheroes, and maybe it'll shine more when it is into the Avengers Infinity War movie and shit like that. But who knows? This was just an introductory movie right now.
Hmm.
But they a
Well,
lot of a
now you
lot of the
guys were saying something
pacing
last
just
boring.
it's not there's just a whole lot. There's a lot of magic
Yeah.
in the world or in that world. There's a lot going on, and they were just like they would touch up on it briefly and then they move it. And again, like
Well,
I don't
okay.
want to
Can
say
I be the?
pacing is an issue, but I think it's just details that they're missing. Go ahead.
No, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude there. I just had a stupid question. Continue, please. I'm sorry.
No, I'll stop it there. It's not pacing; it's just
Okay.
detail.
Yeah, because I mean, I have to be the guy, right? I have to be this guy that I have to compare this to Inception, right? I mean,
You don't do that. Don't do that.
I have to be that guy?
You're trying to, but it's not going to work because Inception was fucking awful, and this movie was at least tolerable.
God damn it.
I mean, I'm just reading up on his IMDb page. The director of this movie has done some okay stuff. You know, like he did The Exorcism
Yeah, we
of
reviewed-
Emily Rose.
Yeah, we reviewed Sinister last week. You
Yeah.
weren't there.
That's true. I wasn't. Nope, I wasn't there. Sorry. And then The Day the Earth Stood Still. I mean, he's done a couple of okay things, I guess, but nothing that really stands out. And just on your guys' broader point, I mean, the movie didn't suck. It just wasn't great.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for one of my favorite actors, Benedict Cumberbatch, you know, I don't think this movie would have been any good. To be honest with you, I think he saved it.
I would actually agree with you. No, yeah, I actually 100% agree with you because I was like, this movie to me is what Thor: The Dark World was. It was like, okay, well, it's a comic book movie, so that's cool, and it goes with the universe, so that's cool, but
Mm-hmm.
why am I really watching this right now? I mean, like, did they need to do it? What I think Marvel is going to start doing, and it's going to be their downfall, is they have to introduce all these characters that nobody really gives a shit about. I mean, like, guys, tell me, because I don't know anything about Doctor Strange in the comics. Is this guy fucking huge? Is this guy like Wolverine, Spider-Man huge? Is this guy like an
He's
important
top
character?
tier. He's top tier. If you're gonna rank them on like power levels, he's top tier.
Yeah.
He's boss level.
That's
Really?
true. I mean, he's lesser known to an extent, but he's one of the most powerful, most badass guys.
Yeah.
Is he above Deadpool in the comic
easy,
love?
easy.
Oh God, yeah.
He's
Okay.
just to again he's on another playing field. They're all kind of in the same game, but like because of what he is and what his abilities are, and just like and depending on what moment I guess or what series you're talking about here, but probably when he's with the Avengers, yeah, he's top tier. Like he's
Okay.
you know
I
He's
just didn't know
the,
if we
you
were
know,
getting like another Ant-Man.
break glass in case of emergency type situations.
Gotcha. He
But,
seems more like a DC villain, though. Not a villain, I'm sorry, but he seems more like a DC character because of the magic, you know.
Well, you gotta keep in mind though that this is literally like really their only magic guy. You know, Marvel's only real magic guy. I mean, you might be able to correct me on that if I'm wrong, Eric. But like, yeah, they didn't have anything to compete with that. And just sort of looking, you know, like, and at the end credit, the scene at the end credits, not the PSA thing, but the scene at the end credits where they have Thor in it, and he's saying, "Hey, listen, my dad's gone missing." I just want to add this in there. I think this was more of an introduction into the Thor movie because Benedict Cumberbatch is a top billed actor for the next Thor movie as Doctor Strange.
Mhm.
You know, so maybe they were. I don't want to say that they were doing that. That would imply too much thought. But like, you know, it just felt to me like an introduction movie. You know what I mean? Completely introduction movie.
Yeah, it's exactly what it
Has
was.
the title for the new Thor come out? What's the new Thor movie called?
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
What's that? Is that supposed to mean something?
Ragnarok is a Norse mythological kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, there's more to it, but I
So,
mean,
last
it's
week-
part of Norse mythology, much like how Odin and Valhalla and Asgard, just all that other shit. It's all Norse mythology.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Last week when we did our Sinister review to prepare for this movie, Adam and Eric here. Well, Adam was not joining us tonight, but Adam and Eric both were telling me that the teacher, which I'm going to completely murder that, but the person who was teaching him how to be was actually a guy in the comics. Why do you guys think of the change of this one? Change of the gender?
Diversity, like.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy who plays Mordo, his I guess the buddy, you know,
Yeah.
he's not a black guy. He's actually a white guy. So,
But I mean, like, because she's a woman, I just didn't know, like, if that was a big difference. Did you guys not care? Was this
you
teacher
mean,
guy
first
like
the
a
ancient
big,
one? No, it's
Didn't care.
it
you
doesn't.
guys didn't care?
It's not the gender and skin color don't make much of a difference anymore because in this world you look for ability, what their abilities are, and how they compare, like and strength. That's pretty much what it is. So as long as you don't completely stray and butcher off the character, because they were still wearing costume.
Okay.
But yeah, as long as you don't go like Fantastic Four Galactus mode,
Nice.
then
Make-
it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Because Galactus is supposed to be a big motherfucker. Instead, Galactus is a cloud in that Rise of Silver Surfer movie.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of like how Doomsday was a piece of shit in Batman vs Superman.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad.
Biggest gripe. He was pretty bad. And what's your biggest gripe?
Really and truly, I mean, I think we've all sort of touched on it. This movie felt like it was all like a complete introduction movie, and then they tried to add that they're going to open it for a sequel. No, they're not. This is like just another introduction movie for Infinity War, and surprisingly, it was just boring. I was bored.
They will
think
do
they'll
a
make a
sequel. Yeah, because I think that they did another scene at the end of the credits.
Oh, did they? I didn't stay for it because I just knew it was like a PSA or something.
Yeah, well,
didn't see that.
You're not missing much. Basically, the buddy Mordo who was just like, oh, this isn't my path anymore, and he walks off and does his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He actually is a supervillain in the story. So what he did is, do you remember Benedict Cumberbatch when he was the Benjamin Bratt character, Jonathan Pagborn is the character's
Okay.
name. The guy who was paralyzed and then he went to go seek treatment from the Ancient One and was able to walk again.
Yeah.
So Mordo meets up with him, and which is like threatening words, and then takes pretty much his sorcerer power, his magic, pretty much sucks it right out of him, and the guy becomes paralyzed again. And he's like, "Why did you do this?" He's like, "Well, we have too many sorcerers in this world. Fade to black, or cut to black." So basically, that's what his MO is that the power has been distributed too often, and it's like we need all of it back so we could have a super sorcerer again.
Which
Is this
kind of
villain,
defeats
like-
the purpose of him wanting to leave, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
One of my biggest gripes is the movie's too damn long.
You thought it was long. I felt like it was actually kind of quick.
Really? Oh, I mean, it just felt long to me. It was just like, halfway through, I was done with my large popcorn. I had to go get another one for free. I was just like, God, this is
It was
taking forever.
hour 55 minutes in Marvel's time. I think that's actually not that bad. It's about maybe a half hour, 45 minutes shorter than their big ones.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's short. It just this movie just felt it. This movie just felt like 2.5 hours to me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm almost done with my popcorn.
I guess I can get that because some of the Marvel movies where it's just like it's more action than it is anything else. You're just like, ugh, okay, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least make it good, and sometimes it's just boring as shit. Like Ant-Man.
See, you guys hate on Ant-Man. You guys hate on Ant-Man. I liked Ant-Man. I thought it was funny.
That's just it, though. That's why I think it did well, is because it had more character. You like Paul Rudd. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cool guy, and him as a superhero is cool because as a superhero, he can kick some ass, but he has those quips. He has that wit that goes along with it
Mm-hmm.
that will make you that'll keep you entertained, make you laugh, and have you rooting for him. He's a charming guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, Benedict Cumberbatch or Doctor Strange was just like, you know what? Teach me to a certain level, and then I'm gonna say, you know what? Fuck all of you guys. I'll just teach it myself because you guys suck at teaching. And just that arrogance level keeps him going up. But again,
That's the character, though. You know what I mean? Like he's a kind of a pretentious dick the whole time.
yeah, no, you're
Which is
right.
why it's hard to get to love him. It's really hard to get behind him. It really is.
I think they could have shown
Yeah,
his moral a bit more. That's it.
Oh yeah, good point.
I think if it really is all about saving everybody's life, maybe they could have highlighted a bit more in the doctor rather than he's like, I'm a doctor for my own personal gain, rather than it being like, oh well, I would like to be a doctor to genuinely help people or to find new treatments and stuff like that too. But instead, it's just kind of like I don't know. They need to make him a little bit more likable for people to be like, yeah, he's the guy. But
No, yeah,
if
yeah,
they're not going for that,
yeah,
if they want to
100%
make
agree.
him this loner, which technically he is, then I guess do it that way. But I'm sure they have a plan.
But they have to give
Here's
him
the thing that
something
I
worth
just sort of
fighting
thinking
for,
about
though.
it. Well, here it just sort of felt to me like this, this might be another character that just doesn't translate to film. Like unfortunately, Superman has never translated well to film. One of the greatest superheroes ever. And
You're
you got Superman
joking.
1. You got Superman 1. Okay.
All right.
Christopher
That's
And
the
Reeves.
two, but
only.
that's okay.
Well, but yeah, but I'm saying except for when he went back, was that 3 where he flew backwards and made the Earth turn back in time?
Yeah, yeah. When
Yeah,
Lois Lane died.
yeah. It's just never really translated that well to film. Maybe this guy, maybe Doctor Strange just doesn't translate to film.
Yeah, I guess you. But I've argued
Maybe, but
before that I like Superman and I like Henry Cavill as Superman.
Eh,
I would actually agree with you. I actually like him as Superman, but you can make this character work. You can make him a lovable asshole. It's just the point that they don't make him a lovable asshole. I mean, you don't feel yourself. I mean, me personally, I don't feel myself rooting for him. Yeah, go Doctor Strange. Yeah, no, I didn't. I just like
Well,
okay. I mean, like he was very one note. He was like,
we'll
I'm, I'm
see.
my hands is
I'm
all.
glad that you guys sort of brought that up because I thought maybe I was just feeling that way because I was sort of annoyed in the theater because like my dad likes to talk throughout the whole movie, and I was in a crowded theater which I hate, and so I was sort of annoyed with the fact like my dad's talking and he's not one of those like whisperers in the theater either. He'd be like, "Oh, I told you," like shut the fuck up, you
Yeah.
know.
Nice.
or and then it was a crowded theater, which I hate going to see movies in a crowded theater. But I'm glad you guys are bringing up these points because I thought I was just feeling that way because I was annoyed.
Well, a crowded theater depends on what kind of movie it is. For this movie, I would rather been by myself. I wasn't. For the first time in a long time, I actually had a pretty crowded theater myself. It
Yeah.
was annoying for me.
This one was pretty. It was a good turnout. I get to say that, but I, yeah. I'm still trying to think.
You know what?
I think the only reason why they did Doctor Strange this way is because in the later ends he doesn't work too well with other people. Like he does it more for like
Also, it could be an internal struggle then with the Avengers.
it's not just well when he works with the Avengers like the Avengers are just like hey we should do this and he's like well wait a second we need to think about greater good here. So he has that going for him. He's just like okay well what's the best way that everyone wins? Like, what's the greater good here? And the Avengers are just like, no time to think about that. We gotta do this now. And he's like, well, hold on, fucking think. But again, that's like
So
the
he's like
magic.
Spock. He's like very logical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's yeah. I guess that'd be a way. He analyzes everything, and then he kind of just
Yeah,
goes the best course of action. I mean, he's able to kick some ass, just because again he has like ultimate
sure.
power. But
Well, okay. Actually, I had a question for you guys. I thought about this today. And begin to know how many Marvel movies that came out in this Marvel universe. I know there's a lot, including the Avengers. But where's this one rank for you guys? I mean, like, is this one like even in the top 5 best Marvel movies? Is it top 10 for you guys? Like, I mean, where's this one go for you? Or is this at the bottom level?
it's not my favorite. It's not my top five in the whole Marvel universe.
Okay.
In the
No.
Because
Marvel movie universe, yeah.
because for me, I thought about this and I was looking up all the Marvel movies today. For me, my least favorite in all the movies is Thor: The Dark World, and this is the second worst for me. Like, I just didn't care.
I mean, I can understand that.
I mean, I'm not even including the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, but that's pretty
Well,
bad.
that one doesn't count in this timeline. You got to remember that.
Yeah, that's true. You get to obey the timeline there too.
I thought the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton is in this timeline. Because
No,
doesn't Sam Jackson? Yes, he does. Just because Tony Stark comes in at the end of that movie
No,
at
he's
the end credits.
right.
mm.
Well,
Well, maybe you know what? Maybe they
So the
sort of
Incredible
forgot
Hulk-
about it because he wouldn't join the Avengers. Like he wanted no part in the Avengers. Ed Norton.
Well,
So maybe they just forgot about it. I
kinda
don't
he
know.
doesn't because when we see him again in Avengers, he's wherever he is being talked to by Scarjo. Anyhow, whatever her name is, Black Widow. There we go.
Yeah, my wife.
Yeah, she has something. I'm not gonna say on air, but anywho.
What? Listen, if you're allowed to have a fake relationship with Rachel McAdams, I'm allowed to have a fake relationship with Scarlett Johansson. That's all.
well, just
Okay.
keep an open mind because there's going to be 3 Marvel movies coming out a year now.
What's coming out in 17? We have Spider-Man.
So you have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, you have Spider-Man, you have Thor Ragnarok. And then
Alright.
2018 is Black Panther, Infinity War, Avengers, and the new Ant-Man. And then you probably have
Is that the one with the Wasp?
I'm just looking.
Ant-Man
I'm just
and the
looking
Wasp.
through it.
I'm
There's
looking now, yeah,
yeah, Aquaman.
that's
That's
DC.
that's DC. Yeah.
That's DC. Continue, Eric, because DC got over here.
Oh, there's a Shazam movie coming out, by the way.
See,
2019 Shazam.
Who?
Nobody.
Who the fuck is Shazam?
Oh God. Look, Shazam is like exactly what you think he would be. You know, he's like, if you remember like the Great American Hero, you know what I mean? He could but in magical kind of way, like it's superhero. He's just an unknown DC superhero that's really stupid.
I'm not talking about DC. Fuck DC. I'm talking about
I know-
Marvel.
I
What's
know.
going on in
I
Marvel?
know.
Eric,
I know.
continue with Marvel because this guy's looking decent. I thought Shazam was at Marvel. Okay, so what's that in
No.
19?
Captain Marvel.
Mm.
Captain Marvel's gonna be 2019. Probably another Avengers.
Part 2, yeah.
Yeah, part 2 is probably gonna be 19. They'll probably have what's it? 19 is gonna be 3 years after, 2 years maybe. So maybe another Spider-Man. You know,
Aren't they going
whatever.
to end the whole thing with Avengers Part 3, or is it only going to be 2 parts?
Like eventually, these guys are gonna say no to their contract, and they're gonna have to, you know, something's
Start
gonna
killing
happen.
them off.
Yeah, but I mean, or they'll just give everyone their own spin-off. So Black Widow might get her own split or her own spin-off too, which is dumb.
See that.
I don't think she does. I don't think she deserves it.
Nice. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate that. Neither does Black Panther. Black Panther does not need his own movie. I know we're talking about Doctor Strange, but this goes with the same. I mean, really? Black Panther gets his own movie? Really?
Well, Black Panther is really cool though. Like the story of Black Panther though.
Fine, but I got because I'm not the comic book guy in this podcast. I got everything I needed out of his character from Civil War. Why do I need it? Is this going to be a prequel before Civil War? Is this going to be?
Black Panther does he dabbles and he gets into some shit. He's like the African Iron Man pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God!
It's a passed down tradition from like warlord to warlord kind of thing too.
Yeah, Black
Well,
Panther. He's there. He gets in the mess of things.
all right,
So we'll see how it goes.
fair enough.
I still think
Well,
I'm still
I can-
rooting for a Marvel movie of World War Hulk. I think that'd be probably the best one that they can do after the whole Avengers timeline.
When everybody goes to war against Hulk
Yeah, everyone does that and
loses.
loses. Yeah.
Well, nobody's going to win, right? I mean,
They I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say that let's just say that
is this the series where they send him to Mars or the moon or something?
this is when he to another planet. You mean? When it becomes it's part
Yeah,
of
right.
it.
Like when they're
Yeah,
part of it. It doesn't that turn into a comic series called Planet Hulk, or is that something completely different?
it's in the same kind of category. It's all part of World War Hulk. So basically, what it is that the Avengers are just like, okay, Hulk, after your last action, we've all gotten together. This is Iron Man speaking to him. He's like, yeah, me, Captain America, Doctor Strange, everyone else, we got together and we're just like, you are really fucked up, man. So we're gonna put you in this spaceship, and we're just gonna blast you off into space somewhere. Good luck. That's basically what happens. And then he
That's what happens in
crashes.
the comics.
Yeah, and then Hulk goes around for a while. I think.
He
I
kills
think.
his wife.
Well, that you're fast. Yeah, he goes on the planet.
Yeah.
He becomes a gladiator on the planet. He kicks ass on the planet. He takes a wife, has a baby. He actually like seems okay. But while he was drifting in space, Hulk and Bruce Banner were talking, had like the dialogue, and they're just like, okay, listen, we need to work together.
Really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, because it's an inner beast. So they were gonna do Bruce
Wow,
Banner's
sorry.
intelligence, but Hulk would would stay in form.
Okay.
But Hulk
All
can't
right.
speak.
We'll go.
He would just be able to do decision points and just kind of a few little bit. He was able to communicate to a degree. But either way, it was Bruce Banner in there. So yeah,
Saying that Hulk marries, right? Sorry.
yeah,
You said Hulk marries?
yeah, wife and kid too. Yeah.
Is that She-Hulk? Or is that completely
Nope,
She-Hulk?
She-Hulk is
Or is that completely different?
completely out of her own thing. But yeah, so and then some shit happens on the Gladiator planet, and the people that follow him, like a lot of shit happens too. The ship blows up. His wife his wife and his kid die. He gets super fucking angry, like to the Hulk level you've never even heard of before. The people who are following him have a spaceship. They go back to the planet Earth, and they just start.
Uh-huh.
The people followed Hulk because they liked that he's a fighter, he's a gladiator, and they're bloodthirsty. So when they went back to Earth, they just fucking started decimating everything.
He fucking kills Ghost Rider, Iron Man.
All
He
the,
kills Ghost
the
Rider.
X-Men, like everything. He kidnaps all the Avengers and shit like that too, and all of them are trying to go one on one, or like team up, and they can't do it. Hulk is just too fucking vicious, and he just kills him or not kills him, or just beats him every single time. There was one hope left, and the one person who could match up to Hulk was kind of in retirement. His name's Sentry, and Sentry doesn't have a limit on his power. He kind of doesn't know, and he can't control it either. So when Sentry goes full mode, he can't control it. And if he can't control it, he doesn't know what's going to happen. So he could eventually, just blow up the world by accident. Sentry could.
But Thor doesn't lose to Hulk, right?
Or is it?
It's Thor.
Am I saying Sentry or is it Sentinel? Doesn't matter.
It's Sentry. If it's Sentry, I think
Yeah.
you're right.
But either way, a big battle
Anyhow.
ensues. If you want me to just spoil it real quick and just, this is a long series, but there's this huge fucking. Doctor Strange is involved too because he uses his magic to manipulate a lot of the everything else. But there comes a point where Hulk gets so fucking furious because he finds out that it was the gladiators, that his boys, that betrayed him instead, and not because Hulk thought it was the Avengers that fucked him up, but it was actually his boys, the new friends from the gladiator planet that fucked him up instead. They're just like, well, yeah, we saw you went soft after you had a wife and kid. We wanted that blood rage again, so we killed him so that you'd be so enraged and you'd go kill everybody else. Hulk gets so angry that just like he pretty much ascends into God mode. Like he turns into a god. And while he was doing that, Bruce has this moment of clarity and tells I think Sentry to like while he's turning into Super Saiyan to pretty much just do it then. So they do it and they pretty much put Bruce Banner into a coma.
They didn't make this into a movie. This sounds pretty badass.
There's a lot more details, and obviously I'm summing up a lot of big things, but huge fight scenes, a lot of drama, the entire Marvel universe involved.
And that's called
World War Hulk.
World War Hulk. Okay.
Yeah. And then like there's a bunch like what is it? That's how they make Red Hulk. Is after they defeat him and whatever. Yeah.
There's a lot that
Okay.
goes into it.
Well, we
It's
brought up
pretty
that
cool.
all that stuff because it goes with Doctor Strange. But
He is
as you
involved
can
in
tell,
that,
fans, we're not really.
but yeah,
Well,
there's none more to it.
oh,
Doctor Strange is really there's none more to it. So I don't know.
yeah, I mean, like, there's really nothing to Doctor Strange. I mean, like, I was actually, like I said before, at the beginning of the show, if it wasn't for the show, I would never have seen this movie. I went in there with open arms. I mean, I was like, okay, let's just try this out. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what the big deal is. And it just left a bad taste in my mouth. It's still not as bad as Independence Day 2.
So
Nothing takes that cake.
well, keep on going then. What's your final thought? What's your review?
Yeah. Um, this is definitely not one of the worst movies I've seen all year, but this movie for me, really, guys, is just boring. I wasn't interested at all. Doctor Strange was just he didn't have that badass charm like Howard Stark, sorry. Tony Stark is all about himself, but he's a lovable asshole. This guy could be that, but he's not. And do we really need two of them? So, and I just thought a lot of characters were flat. I thought Rachel McAdams was just reading her lines like, hey, guess what? I'm in a Marvel movie now. I can just get a paycheck.
Yep.
Because the girl can act. I just didn't care. You know what it is? To sum it up really, really fast now, I just don't like the magic movies. I don't like, Dungeons and Dragons. I don't like World of Warcraft.
Two
So,
two completely different types of magic, but no, I get it.
no, I know it is.
You're
But it's
confusing your magic there, Jordan.
I know, but magic is
One of
magic
them's
for me. I'm just not a
mystical
magic guy.
fucking magic. The other one's fell magic, and arcane magic. Like, what's your
It's a sin,
problem?
all right? I don't believe in it, all right? It's a sin.
The other one's
Jeez.
universal, kind of multi-dimensional magic.
It's a sin. It's just a straight up sin. But yeah, for me, don't see it. I'm gonna give this a don't see it. I'm not interested, and neither should you. Skip this one. You're not gonna miss anything. Don't see it. Ed, Doctor Strange.
Well, I mean, if you plan on going to see the Infinity War movies, like both of them, you kind of have to because Benedict Cumberbatch is gonna pop off and just start doing some crazy magic and like throwing shit around and throwing people in the like dimensions, and you're like, what the fuck is this? If you didn't know what he was. So if you have any intention to go and seeing that movie and knowing what's going on, then you have to sort of see this movie. But I other than that, I didn't care for it. I won't own it. I mean, maybe I'll give it a second shot once it comes out on like HBO. But other than that, don't care.
HBO, huh?
Or Netflix or wherever.
All right, fair enough. So definitely a no see it for you.
Unless you plan on wanting to know everything that's going on in the Avengers movies.
Eric, should you see Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I think it's not bad. Like, I think it's like if you're gonna watch it like on like a plane or like if it's a DVD or if you're streaming it or something like that, then yeah, sure. I don't think that it's a complete waste. It was still very pretty. Like, there's a lot of eye candy. It was really cool to see a lot of that stuff. How they saw like the mirror dimension and just all the inceptionized kind of reworking. I thought that was very cool, really pretty. But action scenes were pretty cool too. I liked just the way they were able to pull the energy from, the dimensions, and you get like
Yeah.
the shields, and they were kicking ass there. I thought that was pretty cool. Uh, I mean, I liked a lot of the aspect of this movie, but the overall of it just wasn't like excited. I don't know. I was entertained by it, but I'm not gonna go see it again.